Yankee Jeff here with It's Not Your Fault. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I do appreciate you guys coming in. Wanted to also thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Like and subscribe if you could, please. I have a fascinating video for you. I really think you guys need to stay to the end. Watch to the whole end. It's absolutely mesmerizing. This is Robin Williams talking about his sobriety. I also want to ask you a question. You can answer at the end or answer in the comments. Have you ever known anyone that's had in your life that you lost to alcohol or drug addiction? How did it affect you? So please, if you would, please share your thoughts and comments at the end. Let's go ahead and give the late Robin Williams.
You're not easy on yourself in this show, are you?
No. You know, as an alcoholic, I talk about, some warning signs, like DUIs in a cul-de-sac, things like that. The idea of, have you been through it, to talk about it and see, this is what you go through. Heart surgery, alcoholism. I went to rehab in wine country just to keep my options open. And the idea of, these are things you got to talk about.
Well, you got your own vineyard.
Yes, that's like Gandhi owning a delicatessen. What are you doing? This is not for my consumption.
So you were dry for 20 years.
Yes.
Why did you fall off?
I was in a little town in Alaska. It wasn't the end of the world, but you can see it from there. And it was like all of a sudden I thought, I could drink. It's also that same thought you have if you look off a large building and go, I can fly. And within a week it was like, gone, And now, I realize I can't. So that was the gift,
How vividly can you remember falling into the trap in the first place with cocaine and alcohol?
I don't vividly remember anything from that. It's like there is this thing for alcoholics called a blackout, which isn't really a blackout. It's more like sleepwalking with activities. And I believe it's your conscience going into a witness protection program, going, you're about to have sex with a hobbit. I've got to go now. Good luck. I'm checking out. I'm leaving the body on, but we're not going to remember anything. Good luck to you. Take care.
But do you remember getting into it?
Getting into it? No.
Was it a gradual thing? Or?
Yeah, it was very gradual. It was just, and you're off,
Oh, yes.
You're off and running. And then the alcohol kicked in, decided, and then eventually you realized, I can't. I remember stopping it on my own because I was about to have a son. And I didn't want to be coked up going, hey, Dad loves you. Here's a little switch. I'm going to throw up on you. You don't want to be like that. And I had to kind of go, but I did it alone. So that was why it was, 20 years without any help.
Of course, there are people who would say, why did you ever need cocaine?
Yeah, it's a bit redundant.
You're as fast without it as the heaviest cocaine addict would be.
Yeah, it's that weird thing. But I think I did it because it would actually allow me not to talk. It was like, reverse medication, why they give Ritalin to hyperactive children. Is that idea of kind of, oh, okay, I don't have to talk to people. It just kind of shuts you down, which is the, word self-medication.
And I've read that your friend John Belushi's death from an overdose was...
That scares you.
A bit of a rude shock for you.
Totally. And that, but more importantly, my son. I think that was the beginning of kind of, thinking outside the box of, you've got a responsibility, and it's more than you.
How hard was it to break the grip the second time around?
Not hard once you go to rehab. I mean, rehab
really?
is, that's the beginning of kind of, the idea is you got to surrender. You got to just say, I can't do it, because, I went to rehab with a lot of doctors and psychiatrists. And the more intelligent you think you are, the harder it is to let go. You think, I've got a solution. I'll just drink a little bit. It's like saying, I'll just partially circumcise myself. I'll be fine. And then you have to go, nope, you lose. You can't do it. You need help. And at that point, that's the beginning. And then, once you do that, you're out and run.
What an amazing man he was. Very tortured soul, tortured spirit. Like I said, I've said this a million times, addiction doesn't care who you are. It'll jump on anybody. It's an equal opportunity employer. And Robin, of course, passed away from his demons, but just a brilliant mind. He's somebody that will be dearly missed. I asked earlier about two things. Have you ever lost anybody that was an alcoholic or an addict, and how did it affect you? Please leave me in the comments. Let me know what you think about that and what you thought about that, and maybe give some hope to other people in the comments as well, also that are watching this for the first time. This is a recovery channel after all, and we're trying to find people the paths to recovery. I am a serial enabler. I'm a serial codependent, and I try and give people paths to go down the same serenity paths that I went through. So that being said, it works if you work it. Keep coming back. It does work if you work it. Say a prayer for the prayerless. Say a prayer for people like Robin Williams. Hopefully he's in the right place. I think he is. He made many people happy. And by all means, who has to start with who? Who? You, right. Get it. That's right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Yankee Jeff out. We'll talk to you next time.